Good be blessed and be perfect, be holy, be perfect community. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate greatly that you're tuning in, and I pray that these little talks are a blessing to you. Today, I want to talk about a divided sea returns to normal. A divided sea return to normal. In Exodus chapter 14, verse 13 through 15, we see that God divided the Red Sea or the Sea of Reed, as it is called sometimes. And we want to make sure that we understand what God is really saying to us. It's not just a story about the Israelites going across the Red Sea, but it's a story about us and what God will do for us. So, a divided sea returns to normal. Exodus 14, 13 through 15. Verse 13 says, Then Moses said to the people, Do not be afraid. Take your stand, be firm and confident and undismayed. And see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish for you today. For those Egyptians, when you have seen today, you will never see again. The Lord will fight for you, while you only need to keep silent and remain calm. The Lord said to Moses, verse 15, Why do you cry to me? Tell the sons of Israel to move forward towards the sea. Excuse me. The Lord tell them to move forward towards the sea. Now what's going on? The people are caught between the Red Sea and the army of Pharaoh. Excuse me. The people are caught between the Red Sea and the army of Pharaoh. And the Lord is telling Moses to, hey, hold on. Tell the people to don't be afraid. Take your stand. Be firm and be confident and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will accomplish today. So the first thing he tells the people is don't be afraid. See, fear takes away your faith. Fear is a faith robber. Fear steals your faith. Fear make you want to give up. Fear make you want to turn and run. Fear make you want to quit. But the Lord says, do not be afraid. It's basically a command. Do not be afraid. And then he said, take your stand. Be firm, confident, and undismayed. In other words, don't grow weary. Don't give up. Try not to get depressed. Don't get depressed. Don't throw the towel in. Don't give up. Don't give in. So he's telling them, take your stand. And then he tells them how to take a stand. See, a lot of times we want to take a stand, but we don't know how to take a stand. So he's saying, in taking your stand, be firm. Be in confidence. Have confidence in the stand that you have taken. And don't be dismayed. Don't be dismayed. Don't get depressed. Don't get weary. Don't get anxious. You know, the Lord said, be anxious for nothing. Don't get anxious and unstable. Don't let this shake your world, because I'm here to hold the world in my hand and you in the world, so I can hold you in my hand within the world. So stand firm. He said, and see the salvation of the Lord. See the deliverance of the Lord. See what he will accomplish today for you. See what he will accomplish today for me. See that what you see this problem today, you will not see it tomorrow. See, God set the condition. He set a condition here. Matter of fact, he said more than one condition. He said, first condition is don't be afraid. The second condition is to stand firm. The third condition is to look with expectation. See, he said, see the salvation of the Lord. So look for the salvation of the Lord. Look for the deliverance of the Lord. Look, see, have an expectation. And then he say, for I will fight your battle. The Lord will fight for you. Only you need to keep silent and remain calm. And that's another condition. See, the Lord done put a condition on them moving forward. And then he tell him to move the people forward towards the sea. Don't turn back. Don't give up. Don't give in. Stand, hold your position. Hold your position. Hold your position. Don't give in to disease. Don't give in to cancer. Don't give in to Parkinson. Don't give in to diabetes. Don't give in to depression. Don't give in to whatever the situation is. Don't give in. Move forward towards the situation. And when you move forward towards the situation with confidence and stamina and without fear, without being dismayed, without being depressed. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's hard if you get a diagnosis of cancer. I've been down that road. But we have to stand firm. We have to fight against those words that will try to destabilize us, to shake our world, so to speak. He said, move the people forward towards the sea. Don't go back. Don't go back to Egypt. There is nothing left for you in Egypt. Egypt is a sign of the world, a type of the world. Move forward to the sea so you can see the salvation of the Lord, which is what? What is the Lord going to do? He's going to part the sea. See, a lot of us want to walk on the water, but a lot of times we don't need to walk on the water. The Lord will part the sea, or part the river, or part the lake, so we can walk over on dry land. He'll speak to that. He will tell us, he will give us the strength and the ability. He gave Moses to the ability to hold up his hand. See, a lot of times all we got to do is hold up our hand in praise and thanksgiving and confidence and standing firm without fear so that we can see and receive the glory of the Lord. We don't have to always just give in. So we can move forward towards the sea. Move forward towards your circumstances. When they give you a bad diagnosis, move forward to it. Yeah, I hear you. But what I receive is the salvation of the Lord. I do not receive the death sentence. I receive the salvation of the Lord. I receive deliverance. I receive healing. I receive restoration. I receive strength. I receive the ability to fight. I receive what God has in the word salvation and all that is in the word salvation according to God's will. So I'm going to move forward. I'm going to stand firm without fear. Yes, you have put an earthquake under me and it seems like my world is shaking, but I'm still moving forward. I'm still going towards God. I'm still going to do what he say. I'm going to meet the conditions that he set to deliver me. So I got to walk towards the sea. Even though the water is flowing, I got to trust God that he's going to speak to this water. He's going to speak to the situation, and the situation going to divide, and all the circumstances of the situation is going to wall up, one on this side and another one on the left, one on the right and another one on the left. Two walls of circumstances that I walk through on dry land, that I walk through with good health, that I walk through with a sound mind, that I walk through with a clean heart, that I walk through with confidence, that I walk through unmoved by my situation, that I walk through in the faith that God has released in me because he's telling me to move forward. With that word to move forward, he is releasing the capability. He's releasing the ability. He's releasing the faith in me to move forward. He's releasing the stamina. He's releasing the confidence. He's releasing the unshakable spirit that I can move forward in. He's saying to me, don't stop, keep moving, and as you move forward, the water will wall back and the sea will be parted for me to walk on dry land. What a God we serve. What a King of glory we serve. What a Prince of peace we serve. What a God that is a God of war that moves on our behalf. So what we need to do is that we need to be silent. and remain calm, remain steadfast, remain unmovable, remain in the will of the Lord, remain in the confidence of the Lord, remain in the faith that He has just imparted by giving the command to move forward. Now, in verse 27 of Exodus 14, he say, so Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the sea returned to normal flow at sunrise. See, the sea was departed all night long for the people to move through on dry land. And the Egyptians retreated right into it, being met by the returning water. So the Lord overthrew the Egyptians and tossed them into the midst of the sea. So, hey, that's it. Disease gone, depression gone. The Lord has tossed it into the sea. The Lord has covered it up with water, then washed it away from our spirit, our body, and our mind. That's what the Lord would do if we when we are meeting the prerequisites. The Lord had prerequisite. He told and I identified those. So when Moses stretched out his hand, see, he had to respond to what the Lord said. The Lord told Moses to stretch out your hands over the sea. So Moses had to stretch out his hand. There's a condition for the sea to open up and let the people dry on land. Do what the Lord say do when He say do it, how to do it, and we will see the salvation of the Lord. And the sea returned to normal flow, and the sea returned to normal. Why did it return to normal? Because of how the people responded to what God said. See, we have to respond to what God say. We can talk about it, we can sing about it, but in our hearts and in our minds and in our actions, we have to respond. We have to respond to what God has said to do. If He say raise your hands, raise your hands. If He say don't fear, then don't fear. Because when He say don't fear, He know that the situation that is facing us causes fear. He knows that the situation causes us to lose our confidence. So He's telling us what to do. And when He speaks these words, He's releasing in us that faith, that confidence, that courage to move forward, to go through on dry land. We can do it. God know we can do it. He wouldn't tell us to do something that He didn't give us the ability and capability to do. God tell us to do it. Move forward. And I want to say today, I know how hard it is when you face with a certain disease or illness or something, because the doctors are good people. They are well trained, and we thank God for them. But a lot of times, and it's because of what they do, they don't have no good news. Okay? They just don't have no good news sometimes. So when the news is not good, don't let it move you to the point where it shake your world and shake your confidence and shake your faith. Because you gotta know at this time it's time to move forward. It's time to move forward. It ain't time to be afraid. It ain't time to lose confidence in yourself and in God. It's time to move forward. So I want to say to you today, and I want to thank God for giving us the confidence, for giving us the courage to stand firm with confidence, to stand firm and know that His glory, His salvation is for us, and know that it's time to shut my mouth when the Lord say, be quiet, be silent now. I got this. Then we let the Lord have it. We don't go around telling everybody what the Lord done told us, because sometimes they don't need to know, because they're going to begin to speak against what God has told you. So you're not in agreement with them. We need to be in agreement. So God, we thank you for the agreement. We thank you for your salvation. We thank you for the deliverance that you have given us today. We thank you, oh God, our King, our Master.